and then I'm gonna start it on the thing. Hey, welcome back to an episode of Frank's Unsolicited Advice, the NFL edition with my pod squad, Bree and June. June, how you doing, brother?
What's going on, fam? I am doing amazing.
As
Blessed as always. Happy to be here. Not trying to sound robotic, but yeah, another week. Let's go.
Bree, what's up? You good? Did you get Toby to bark? Or you?
No, not yet. I was just unmuting myself so I can say hey.
Oh, well, listen. I'm okay. Like I said, it was crazy month for me so far. I did a episode for my podcast that I got to put out, and I called it something you can't put a price on. And this right here is something you can't put a price on. I'm sorry. Like you can't put a price on good friends, family, good warranty, good customer service. You know what I'm saying? Good music. But this right here, you can't put a price on it. So again, another week in football passed by. Not too much news going on. Like we said last week, we were going to do a mock draft. So we picked one person for NFL Network. We're not going to go into this thing. We obviously don't have the time to research everybody's team and go in through it. But we're going to do the first round of a pick, see what every team people have guessed picking, since we're 8 days away from the draft starting on the 29th. So that's what we're going to cover first. And then we're going to go into any other talking points that we may have. For those people watching on Facebook Live, if you have any questions or any ads, put the comments in there and I'll see it and I'll read it out loud. So let's get started.
Okay, so with the first pick in the first round of the NFL draft, the Jacksonville Jaguars select Trevor Lawrence, Clemson quarterback. We predicted Lawrence to go the first overall in the 2021 NFL draft for years, and Urban Meyer recently all but guaranteed it, as per Maurice Jones-Drew. So we're looking at his mock draft, and we're going to discuss it.
So with him, I mean, obviously he's the big name coming out. Do you think, did y'all hear about his comments he made about how football is not everything in his life? And if he doesn't ever play football again, he's fine. And, it's like the comments he was making, it wasn't like when you hear other people talk about football, they're like, oh my God, I've been wanting to play this sport since I came out of my mom's womb. And, I would die if I can't play it. How do you guys feel?
Well, he's more invested in his little church camp than he is in football. Because he like advertises that a lot more than he'll advertise him the whole 4 years he's played at Clemson.
I mean,
we're talking about Trevor Lawrence, correct?
Yeah.
Sunshine.
Man, it's tough, man. I think he's saying, I don't know. I mean, this is beliefs, and I respect that. Definitely respect that. Now, coming in there, I mean, hey, if you don't want me, it's all good. God's gonna take care of me. And I don't know. It's kind of crazy. I mean, it kind of reminds me of kind of like how and Tebow didn't say it, but he was very, very out there with the same preferences and whatnot, according to religion.
Also, like had his love for football.
Yeah. No, don't get me wrong, but I mean, I don't know. I really don't know. It's kind of weird. Maybe he knows he's going to the Jaguars and he don't want to be a part of it. Nikki.
I don't know if she's watching, but so I think some people said that they would be alarmed if they were the coaches or the GM because it makes you wonder if he's 100% in it. He came back and defended his tweet like he kind of commented, and I didn't think he needed to do that either. I don't think you should. Look, that's your stance. That's what you believe in. Don't respond to everybody in the media. You're a first round pick. And like they were saying on Speak for Yourself, Peyton threw like 20 plus picks his first year. So just imagine Peyton trying to justify or talk to everybody's critics when he came out first round for number one overall and threw 28 picks his first year starting. You don't have to answer back to everybody. So I think, but the Jags need a quarterback. I don't know what happened with Minshew. I thought Minshew was doing okay. I guess he wasn't. I just hope they got the pieces around this young man to be successful. And I think he's only lost 2 games his whole career, which is crazy. So is he a product of his system, of his environment, or is he actually that great?
No, I would say, I'm not going to knock him. He's a great, great, great quarterback, but he's a product of his system because he had a great offensive line. He had great wide receivers. And that's just what I stand on. Like, I feel like he's used to a super, super strong team. Sorry, Nikki, but the Jags aren't a strong team. So he's going to have to get them like on his level. I feel like he's above the level of the Jags offense, as we all seen. But hopefully with Urban Meyer being their head coach, it could be a turnaround. But that's just how I feel.
Okay. All right. So what's the second pick? What's up?
I don't know. I don't think he's above the I don't think any college player is above the NFL, in my opinion. Because it's a different story when you get up here, you know. Well, when you get up there, saying like I play for the NFL, but yeah, I think it's a whole different.
But when
beast,
you have a
you know?
strong quarterback like that coming straight out of the out of college, like they're always going to go to like the crappy team, and then we don't see them because they're like at a crappy team. We don't see them producing, and I know college and NFL is different, but we don't see them shining like they were in college and doing all these great things. Like, look at Sam Darnold and the Jets. Like,
I feel you on that. I think the caliber. One quarterback that I think fits what you're saying is old buddy from Cincinnati. I mean,
Burrows.
Yeah, I mean, I think this past year shows what he could do, and if he was on the right team, I mean, could you just imagine if he would have been in Washington or even Dallas, you know? But it would have been scary. Now Darnold, I don't know, man. I'm still.
But we'll see what he's going to do in Carolina. But you know, we've talked about this. Teams make a big difference when you go to the franchise that's used to winning, has a good organization, has a good coaching, GM, everything. You're going to do a lot. Your chance of succeeding is a lot better than the team that doesn't have anything. And you're the pivot. You're the point. You're the anchor that they're going to build around. You're the person they're going to build around. And that could be another 2 to 3 years. That could be a whole rookie contract if you think about it. So we'll see what they do. They had receivers. It's not my team, so I can't speak on it. In some games this last season, I didn't watch because they were kind of boring games. You know, like you were like, oh, well, ain't nothing really happening, nothing exciting. So, but what's the second pick?
Okay, in the second pick, New York Jets select Zach Wilson, quarterback, BYU. So then he says, Wilson has an arm talent and mobility to fit Mike's offensive scheme. His game, film, and pro day performance prove it.
I mean, they need a quarterback. They got rid of the quarterback they had. I just hope that they have, again, weapons. What are the Jets missing? How's their offensive line? Who's their running back? Who's their top wide receiver? Now, granted, in this draft, they're wide receiver heavy. I don't even know how many draft picks they got going into the draft this year, but they're wide receiver heavy. So we'll see what happens. I mean, I think the first 5 picks are all quarterbacks, or the first 4, if I'm not mistaken.
The first 3.
The first 3, okay.
Well, I think on his prediction, it's the first 3.
Yeah, I seen somebody else with like 4 quarterbacks going. So who you got next? Who's the third team?
San Francisco 49ers select Justin Fields, Ohio State quarterback. Fields is a perfect quarterback for Kyle's system with blazing speed and big time arm, which will be displayed Wednesday in a second pro day workout. Fields is a guy who will move the pocket and make his offense much more explosive than it was with Jimmy G.
The kids did good. Justin Fields, he did good. His pro days went well. We'll see. I think the guy that we'll talk about him coming up later down in the later rounds. I mean, yeah, the later positions. But the Fields did good during his thing. I mean, they're going away from Jimmy G. One thing that the first lieutenant on my ship, you know, when we sit down and talk football, he says the best ability is availability. And when you're not available to a team, they're not going to stick by you. And Jimmy G's hurt. When he's in there, he's winning. He's good. But when he's not, he's gone. So I think that's a good look for them. It's a good look. So we'll see what's up.
Yeah.
Okay, next, the 4th pick, Atlanta Falcons select Kyle Pitts, Florida tight end.
I'm excited to see that. I really am.
Kyle Pitts is great.
You said what?
I said Kyle Pitts is great.
And I say that because all the reviews of him is like he's a wide
He's
receiver
great.
in a tight end position. You know what I'm saying? So I would love to see what he does there with Julio Jones still there. Who's the second wide receiver? Who's the other guy?
Oh, the one from Alabama. What is his name? He has a brother. Oh my gosh. What is his name? Hold on. It's gonna come to me. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna have to Google it. I know exactly who you're talking about because he got picked by the Falcons in the first round pick in 2018.
Yeah, I want to see something. Hold on. Let me I'm
Because
looking.
his brother played the championship game of in 2018 of Alabama and Georgia. His brother was on Georgia and he was on Alabama. Calvin Ridley.
Yeah, that's it. That is it. Because I'm looking right now. You have yeah, that was it. He's fast too.
He's phenomenal.
And now you have a tight end that they speak highly of. I mean, I haven't heard anything negative about this guy at all. So we'll see what happens.
I don't know, man. I think Atlanta's a team that they need a lot more than just one weapon. A lot more than 2 or 3 weapons at this point.
That's possible. That is very possible. Well, let's see. They got a good tight. You can't go wrong with a good tight end. You can't go wrong with a good tight end. A tight end helps out a whole lot. So, especially when you got wide, because you got to account for him. Now, is this guy like a blocking tight end, like a Gronk, or he's more of a out the backfield? I mean, a passing.
He's more of a out the backfield. He's not a blocking tight end like Gronk.
Okay, so
but he's like a little bit. He's a lot tinier than Gronk too. So,
I'm looking at the Falcons roster right now. I don't see Ridley.
Ridley's on there. I want to say it's number 18. Don't quote me.
Well, I'm looking right now. So they got hold on, man. They got so let me see if I could make this.
Because he's only been there 2 years, so they didn't he's not free agent or anything. Yep. He can't be.
Okay, hold on. I'm looking. Yeah, he's in there. Number 18. You're right. Calvin Ridley. He's 6'1", 190. Yeah.
I had him in my fantasy, not this past year, but the year before last.
Yeah, I had to put the positions in order because if not, I was lost. All right. Who else?
Okay. So you know how a lot of these NFL players have the weirdest names. So if I get your name wrong, I apologize if you ever listen. Fifth pick, Cincinnati Bengals select Penei Sewell from Oregon, offensive tackle.
I think that's good. They what they're trying to do is shore up that defense. They're trying to shore up that offensive line for protection for a boy because he's going to need it.
Oh, yeah.
He is going to need it. He is definitely going to need it. So I think that's good. I mean, it's kind of hard to say, the impact. I mean, hopefully the protection's there, helps him stay upright and because he's just coming off injury. So let's see what happens. June?
No, I got nothing too much to say about that. I'm following your cue on that one.
And it's crazy because, well, for me, I really won't have nothing to say with all these SEC because my team is ACC. So I know a lot of the ACC players and I pay attention to the ACC football players and stuff.
Okay. I mean, so many teams in college football.
Lord.
Sixth pick, Miami Dolphins, Jamar Chase, wide receiver, LSU.
You can't go wrong with another wide receiver. They got a good wide receiver one. They got a good tight end too, down there. So you get a good speedster or somebody in the outside. Who's their slot guy?
I'm not sure, but I think it's a perfect fit, man. I think that you can't go wrong. You got Parker out there, and then you're gonna have old buddy. I mean, well, that's a 1-2 punch like crazy.
Yep, and Gesicki's their tight end, right?
Yes.
Yes. Yo, we all looked at each other like, it's Frank, right?
Yes.
I
Well,
hate-
you're gonna like this. I gotta read this one because this one it actually makes sense.
Okay.
Okay.
Good.
7th pick, New England Patriots select is a trade from the Lions. Mac Jones, Alabama quarterback. And then it says the Nick Saban, Bill Belichick relationship comes into play here with the Patriots trading up to nab their quarterback of the future. Jones gets the benefits of learning behind former league MVP for a year. That gives Josh McDaniels another pocket passer to build around.
See, so he has the Patriots taking Mac Jones in another mock draft, which is, let's say, Schrager. Schrager has the 49ers taking Mac Jones and the Patriots taking, actually, no, they're saying the Cardinals trade up to number 7 via the Lions to take Jalen Waddle.
2 defenders right there, and Pitts able to rip it out of the air for the score. End zone shot,
Always comes
and
on,
Pitts
man. It doesn't do it when I'm at work, but here it does. I hate that. But yeah, so that's what he's saying. So, I mean, that's going to be interesting to see. Mac Jones, people've mentioned him going to the Patriots. The other person that they said the Patriots might go after is, hold on, let me let this load up so I can mute it, because if not, we're going to be hearing it. Let me see this, okay, there it goes. Don't play. Okay, good. All right. They had the Patriots. So in this guy's draft, the Lions stay number 7, and the Pats, I think, were like 12 or something like that, or yeah, they're 15. They go with Trey Lance. So we'll see. That'd be interesting to see.
Okay, so random,
Mhm.
not football related. But Toby's on my bed, but he keeps like looking at me to see if I see him so he can start humping. Then I looked at him for him to stop it. He just looked at me dead in the eyes while he's humping his doll.
Where he learned that stuff from?
Oh no.
Jeez.
It's like a natural dog instinct because when he was a
Oh.
puppy, he would hump his little stuffed animal.
We know it's an animal instinct.
I know, right?
Yo, she be so like, no. Listen, no, that's not happening in this house, okay?
No.
Not in the Alexis household. That's not happening. All right, so who's the next one? Who we got? So you said 7 for his pick or his mock draft. The Patriots would trade up with the Lions and take Mac Jones. So what else?
Okay, 8 Carolina Panthers, Rashawn Slater, Northwestern offensive tackle.
I think that's smart. Show up that offensive line, especially with Donald coming there. So Sam Darnold, right? That's his name, Sam Darnold.
I said stop it.
I need Sam Darnold,
Yeah.
They need the help, man. I don't know, man.
I mean,
It's
but
starting to become
I don't understand.
weird.
They didn't give old boy a chance, man. I mean, another year in that system,
I think it's good for him to go to another team because Jets ain't it, in my opinion.
You smart Darnold. I was talking about Bridgewater, how they dumped him off after 1 year. They was like, get out of here. Your season.
Oh,
Unbelievable.
But let's see what's up. All right, so who else we got?
okay. 9th pick Washington football team trade via Broncos. Trey Lance, North Dakota State quarterback.
See, they got, and I think they need a quarterback. And they got Fitzmagic there as right now. And he's not a bad.
Alex Smith just retired. We'll talk about that later.
We'll talk about that later, yeah. They need a quarterback. I mean, there's nothing much to say about it, except they need a quarterback of the future, and they're probably going young. What's his boy? The dude that they had, Haskins, didn't work out. He wasn't mature. He wasn't ready. So hopefully the next person they get is ready.
Yeah, where's he at now? Just joking, just playing.
He's getting Ben Roethlisberger water. He's gonna be Ben's water boy. I'm H2O. So what else? Bree.
I heard all of that, by the way. Anyways,
It wasn't muted. We didn't say nothing bad. We just said your boys Haskins gonna be getting Ben water. When Ben's like, Haskins gonna come running.
like this.
Yeah. Go Ben. He's gonna be like, gonna tap his, dab his sweat off his forehead. So
I think that Ben is going to be a great mentor for that kid. That's just my opinion, though.
he better listen. Ben got how many rings? 2? Yeah, he better listen. He's been to 3 Super Bowls. So, what else?
10th pick, Dallas Cowboys, Patrick Surtain. The second, Alabama cornerback.
Quarterback or cornerback?
Corner.
For defense, I think that's smart. Their defense gave
It's
up a lot
the
of yards.
melon. It's the melon.
Yeah, the defense gave up a lot of yards last year. The Falcons came back from losing like 1,000.
Come here.
No, actually, no, they came back to beat the Falcons, but they've given up plays, man, downfield. So let's see how it works out. June don't want to hear that. June don't want defense over there. June's like, nah, no defense for the Cowboys. Cowboys need to suck so my team could win.
Hey man, we might take a bye this year. The entire year.
The whole year? We're not gonna come to work all this year.
Nah, man. But I mean, they were good before, man. You seen what they could do in the last few years. When Garrett was back there, they had a decent defense when Garrett was there, and an okay offense, and they still missed the playoffs. I mean, we'll see what happens with this coach, a full season behind it, with this whole COVID stuff, and we'll see, man. The East is a touchy subject.
Are we doing only top 12?
We could do the only top 12. I mean, you don't got to go down. I'm looking at the list now, and I mean, after a while, it's like defense and stuff like that. We do top 12 and call it a day. I'm good with that.
Okay.
I mean, wait a minute, June. What you want to do? You want to do all 32 teams?
No, I don't. I think we break it up. I think the draft is at the end of the month, so we got one more. We got next week.
Yeah, we have one more episode before they draft, which is pretty cool. We could do the top. Let's do, instead of 12, let's do the top 15. That'll stop at the Patriots and then continue with next week with the 16 through 32. Yeah, so let's do that. All right, where we at?
All right, 11th round pick. New York Giants select Jalen Waddle, Alabama wide receiver.
I think that's smart. You have Shepard, you have Ingram. Now you get another good wide receiver.
Remember they also just signed Kenny Galladay too.
Yes, and they got Galladay. So yeah, I think that's good for them. And I think that gives what is it? Jones, Drew Jones, some weapons to throw to. And
Daniel Jones.
Yeah, Daniel Jones. Yeah, they give him weapons. I said Drew. I don't know why I think of Drew. But it'll give him some weapons. I think it's good for the Giants. I mean, I just wonder how much that offensive line is going to hold. Saquon should be back. Hopefully he's ready to go. And you got another speedster, another good maybe wide receiver out there. Alabama has some good wide receivers this year. So let's see what happens. This draft has a lot of wide receivers. You don't even have to probably pick one first round. You probably get a good one in the 3rd or 4th round. So I think it's good for them.
I think Bree said it the best though last week.
What she said?
Did you see them? Oh, did I said it the best last week?
Yeah.
What did I say again?
What did they say? You brought up a meme, and it said they were on the plane, and they said what after all their
you brought
after
up
all the requirements.
You
said it,
but I said it. Yeah.
Yeah. They still have who?
Daniel Jones. Did you see them on ESPN? Did you see them on ESPN saying? They said Daniel Jones is like saying Fessy is good at a challenge, which he's not. He said you beat Kyle at Hallbrook, and everyone knows Kyle sucks. He's a layup.
That's messed up.
I posted it in the chat for you to see later.
I think didn't you put it? You mentioned it.
Yeah, I put it in the chat yesterday.
Yeah, I saw it. They I don't know. He's not that bad, man. Just because he tripped out of nowhere, he was on a good run. And like he tripped in air and fell over and he could have got to the touchdown. Listen, people forget Eli got there they had a great defense. You know what I'm saying?
I just thought it was funny when he was like, saying Daniel Jones is good is like saying Fessie's good in a challenge, which he's not.
That is funny, especially because how we feel about Fessy when we watch it. So I think that's funny. So who else we got?
Okay, 12th round pick. Philadelphia Eagles, Devontae Smith, Alabama wide receiver.
Let's go. Let's go. What we talking about here?
That makes sense.
Let's go.
That makes
You
sense.
think this is a game?
Yo,
He taking a bye this year?
Quiet the whole time. But you say Eagles and a wide receiver. Let's go. Let's go.
Crazy. Every other time he's like, I'm good. I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm good.
Hey, I'm excited. You got me excited now. You know, this is what the Eagles needed. We got some young receivers. I know the new head coach, he really, really believes in them. So that's why he's not like too worried. But you guys seen what Fulgham could do. We'll see what old buddy could do. Just excited, man. You know, we haven't traded Ertz. So, I mean, we'll see if that happens during the draft. I mean, who knows? So,
there's a lot. I mean, we'll see. I think it's good for you guys. Y'all got rid of Deshaun Jackson, who was hurt most of the season anyways, when every season he's hurt. And I think you guys were missing some consistent pieces. And I think with a good rookie out there that has the chance to develop, I mean, you're not that far moved from the Super Bowl when you had. Y'all just went through a lot of different changes at quarterback, coaching. The teams wasn't really happy with the people and the personnel. So you can't, let's see what happens. Hopefully you guys get back on a regular, on a good path. And y'all in the NFC least. I mean, so it's not like.
There we go. It's just the competition is that much harder over there, guys. Let's just face it.
Okay. Next one, please.
Okay.
Go Birds, baby. Let's go. Sorry. Go. I was excited.
13th pick, Los Angeles Chargers select J.C. Horn, South Carolina cornerback.
Defense. They're smart. They're in the same conference with the same division with the Chiefs, right?
Yes.
Yes. So if they need that defense, and they seen what the Bucks did. So if I was any team, if their quarterback is Herbert, right? He can throw the ball. I mean, the dude they're good in his rookie season. So, and they got Allen. So it's not like they need that many offensive weapons. Their running back situation was pretty good. I kind of sucked trying to have one because they were going dual backs anyways, but I think it'd be good to get that defense going. What else?
Okay. So next we have, where were we just at?
Chargers.
All right. 14th pick, Minnesota Vikings select Jalen Phillips, Miami edge.
Defense. Defense, pass rush. Get after that quarterback. No, they know Tom Brady's old, so they're like, hey, we gotta get people that can hit him so he could be out the game, and the Bucks can't do nothing. You know what I mean? So that's how I feel about it. What you think, June?
He don't care because
golly, really?
You know what? That's fair because I remember First Lieutenant was like, hey, Frank, get me on there when we talk about the 49ers. I could be your 49er expert resident. I'm like, all right, bro, listen, we just got to set it up. But I don't think we're there yet. I want to have him back anyway. He's the one that had the 49er jersey on and the hat.
Yeah.
Was ready.
Hey, man, I think it's good. It's good for them. I think they need it. I know the Vikings lost a few people to the Eagles this off season too. So I mean, we'll see how we do with their pieces, and we'll see how they cover up them holes.
Yep, we'll see what happens. I think it's good. It's a good look. And the last one that we're gonna do for the night.
Okay, 15th pick, Detroit Lions trade via Patriots select Micah Parsons, Penn State linebacker.
Defense again. Lions used to have a decent defense at one point. But I don't know, man. Let's see what now they got Goff there, so let's see what happens. Maybe with a good defense, and they had some receivers, so we'll see what happens. Let's see what they do. So what's the next topic? So we did the 1 through 15. We're gonna do 16 through 32 next week. And that's the one right before the draft. So that's that the draft starts Thursday, so that's the 28th. So that's gonna be good. We could probably bring some people in for that. We'll talk about it. But anyway, so what's the next topic that we want to discuss?
Alex Smith retires.
Alex Smith retiring, I think, is the best decision for him. I know Rivera was very scared of having him play because he just didn't want to be the coach that kept him in there and he gets hit and now he can't walk ever again. And I think that's something that he has to face as a player, you know. But let's give the man credit. He had some great seasons. And are we gonna clap it up for him? He was good. You know, he was a manager. He got criticized a lot for that he wouldn't throw the deep ball. He would, dink and dunk and manage the clock. He couldn't get the big yardage plays, but he had some good times in San Francisco. And then he did good in the Chiefs. And, he went to Washington. He did okay. He wasn't bad. He was 5-1 when he played. So I think if that leg injury wasn't as bad as it was, and I think teams are scared to put him on the field. That's all it is.
Yeah, I think, man, nothing but respect for that man, bro. I'll tell you what, coming back from that crazy situation and injury, almost passing away. I mean, nothing but respect. And I'll tell you, you don't even got to win. If I was in his shoes, man, and not winning a Super Bowl, but coming back and doing what he did, winning comeback player of the year, I think that's probably just as much as a Super Bowl ring, if not higher. Yeah. In my opinion, and I'll be extremely happy with his accomplishments at the end of the day.
He did good. That's the biggest thing. I think, like you said, for anybody, at least he's walking, he's alive, he can play with his kids. He can look back and say he had a good career, a decent career. He got to play when other people's never get a chance to even hit the field. So good on him. Good on him.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Just got really quiet. I don't really have too much to say about him. But I do respect him and respect the decision that he decided to make to retire. So kudos to you, and I hope whatever you do in life, you succeed. That's my closing words to Alex Smith.
I mean, it's good luck,
Yeah. Aldon Smith surrenders to authorities on second-degree battery charge.
Another one. Another one. I don't know what to say about that, to be honest with you. I don't know.
I'm tired of it, man. I'm sick and tired of it. Dummy, big dummy. Exactly. That's dummy is the almost like the Breakfast Club donkey of the day, but we're gonna say the big dummy of the week. And it definitely goes to
every week is a different dummy.
The big dummy of the week, man. And
NFL dummy of the week.
And correct me if I'm wrong. He got in some stuff before, right?
Mm-hmm. He was out the game and came back.
Yeah.
He was out the game.
Lost for words.
So who knows, man? These guys, in my opinion, need to be smart about what they do. But some people say that they have all this aggression inside of them. But it's stupid. You just got back in the game, and the Cowboys didn't keep you, but you got picked up by another team pretty fast, and now you screwed it away. Now you might not even be playing. So we'll see what happens there.
Yep. Eagles head coach Nick Sirianni. Did I say his name right? Jim.
Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
I said it right.
You did.
Okay. Declined today to name Jalen Hurts the starting quarterback. Instead, it said it will be an open competition.
Who's the other quarterback they got?
Flacco. I think it's good. I think it's a good conversation piece for that team. And I think deep down inside that Jalen Hurts is going to be the starter, but I think it's going to bring out some of his strengths and weaknesses as far as competing for that QB1. role at the
Yeah,
end of the
but
day.
also, sorry to cut you off, but also that just like to him, it's just like I proved myself to be that QB1.
Who
And
proved themselves? Jalen Hurts proved himself.
yes.
Hey, that's my
Basically,
team,
when he
and
tried
that's
to
my
bring the
quarterback.
team back,
And you
but that's
you can't.
okay, but that's
No way.
No. Listen, because we guys had trash ass Carson Wentz messing up your season for you, and then they finally threw him in, and he was winning those games. Is what I'm saying. He tried to prove himself. Well, to me, in my opinion, I think that he was proving himself that he can be that QB1 that can bring that team to victory. Because even you said that if they would have had Carson Wentz start that game against the Saints, you don't think they would have won. So that's why I said that it's kind of a slap in the face to him because he potentially proved himself. Yeah, he didn't have enough games to take them to the playoffs, but when he was playing, he was winning.
Look,
That's
he
what I was
played.
trying to say.
And I get it, but he played a few games. I mean, you played a few games. You know, you had decent, stats. You didn't have no mind-blowing stats. That's my squad. I want
Okay, but yeah, he played a few games, but that's not his choice.
You don't play 3 games and tell me, yo, I deserve
Okay,
this.
but that's not his choice.
That's the way things work.
That's not his choice. That's not his
Exactly.
choice. That was
Exactly.
stupid ass Doug Peterson's choice to keep playing trash ass Carson Wentz, knowing that y'all team wasn't going to do anything with Carson Wentz.
Well, we should have put Ben Roethlisberger like he did in the playoffs.
And you guys would have won
against Cleveland Browns.
And you guys would have won. And you guys would have won. I'm sorry, but my quarterback was able to get us 11-0 straight. What did Carson Wentz do for you? At least we made it to the playoffs. At least we made it to the playoffs. And at least Ben Roethlisberger has 2 rings.
What do we got? What's that got to do with anything? You sound like a Cowboys fan right now. Talking about rings.
No. Don't ever compare me to a Cowboys fan.
And 2, if we would have had the schedule you guys had last year, we probably would have went 11-0 too.
Here's what I say.
Oh, really?
Hold on, wait.
Really? Because we played the Giants. Y'all did too. Y'all played twice, but y'all lost 1. We played the Cowboys. Y'all did too. Y'all lost.
If we would have had your schedule, we would have won 11-0 too.
We played Baltimore 3 times. We beat them all 3 times. We beat them, and guess what? Y'all did it.
Look, so we dissected y'all schedule last year already.
But no. Y'all played some of the same teams that we played, but you couldn't beat the teams that we beat. So what?
Hey, it's all good. You guys got to the playoffs. You were a game away, and the Cleveland Browns beat you guys. Look, I'm not even going to talk about this stuff.
Okay, and then your team was sitting at home because you guys are one-hit wonders. Try to get another ring. You guys probably would never do it.
So
I bet you guys won't either.
Here's what I say. I think it's good. And I'm going to tell you why. So it's a twofold thing. I think it's good and it's bad, right?
Sorry for yelling. I'm trying to become a good person.
No, I like this. This is good. I just had to, get in this so I get my thoughts before I forget them. I'm going to tell you why I think it's good. I'm going to tell you why I think it's bad. I think it's good because it keeps the young man on his toes. I think that he needs that. And again, Flacco has a ring. Flacco has had some kind of success in football. It wasn't like he was a trash quarterback his whole career. So I think it's good for him to have some competition out there with a proven quarterback. Where I think it's bad is like what Bree's saying. He feels like he won that position already because he went out there and balled when he had to. He showed that he could win games when the team needed wins. So it could knock him down. And if he doesn't have the strength or the courage to get back up and keep trying and compete, that killer instinct in him, he's gonna fade out. So I trust the coach. The coach has a vision of what he wants. If that's not what Hurts can give him, then he's not going to put him in that spot no matter what he did last year. So, and this is a new guy they brought in, right? He's not a fleeted up guy from like wide receiver coach or something like that, right?
Right.
So yeah, so he's got his view, man. I mean, if Hurts isn't it, then it doesn't matter what he did last year. Is what you're going to do for me this year. So I think it could hurt and help him.
Yeah, I mean, to me, it was just too much going on at the end of the season last year, and for the Eagles. And he went in there, he stepped up, he did his thing, he won a game. And to me, I still think you gotta prove yourself, man. At the end of the day, I think he's gonna be his team regardless, deep down inside. I mean, Jeff Lurie said it himself, but that's to come.
Nikki says she's back for a few. Nikki, you missed a lot. Just to let you know.
June, I apologize for yelling at you like that.
I don't apologize.
You didn't. You don't have to apologize when your opinion, honestly, to me, don't make sense. But that's why I don't get hyped. You know what I'm saying? It's my squad, you know, and I think it makes sense, you know.
No, listen, don't apologize because that's the point of this. We when we did this, we didn't want it to be always, oh, you're so smart. You're right. Your opinion is great.
I would never ever say that your opinion don't matter to me. I would never
when
say
it's I said when your opinion to me, it's not right when it comes to my birds. You know what I'm saying? You say your thing about your
okay,
Steelers.
but
I try to stay away from your
Steelers
though.
Do you think
you know
that but you always say something slick. Do you think that, oh, okay, I can say something slick to Bree whenever I want to, but she is not allowed to say anything about my Philadelphia trash Eagles?
Oh gosh, you know what?
Do you think that's okay? But do you think that's okay because you don't like when I come at you because you feel like
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't say anything about that stuff.
Okay.
You're apologizing.
Like,
I'm not saying nothing.
This is what I'm saying. You feel like you can talk down on my team at any time, any day, and think it's okay, but I can't say anything about your team. And I don't even say anything that bad. I give you constructive criticisms and I speak straight facts. And the straight facts is that Carson Wentz is trash, and that's straight facts.
Hey, I'm not gonna say nothing because you're gonna think I'm coming down on your team again.
But you always do.
No, don't. I didn't even say nothing.
Said, relax, Bree. You got to calm down. Breathe. Nikki's like, you got to relax. She's like, relax, Bree. Listen, I think it's fair. And I think that, so if it was my team, yeah, I might get, offended if you said something like that, especially if I think that the quarterback, see, the problem here is you like Hurts because he plays for what team? What college team he played for?
So he started off in Alabama
and ended up
went to Ohio State.
Okay. But you like Hurts. You like him as a player, as a whole.
Yes.
Yes. So you feel, and as a fan, as a person that likes his body of work, you feel that he did enough to win the job. That it shouldn't be a question. It's yours.
But it's even if I liked him or if I didn't like him, like that, it doesn't matter. Like, okay, I like Hurts. I'm on Hurts' side. It's just over the fact that, like, when their old QB1 couldn't get the job done, he stepped in and got the job done when he had to. He didn't have enough time to continue to get the job done because he didn't play till like the last 3 games of the season.
Yeah. No, that's what I'm saying. You feel like he came in there and did what he had to do.
Yeah.
So you feel
but
like,
not just because I like him, because it could have been anybody who I felt like, okay, they came in and they showed out, whatever team or not they're on. If you
so let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question. If it was the Steelers and Ben was playing horrible and the backup came in and won the last 3 out of the 5 games that season, you want him to start over Ben or no?
See, that depends, okay? And this is why I say that depends, okay? No. Because everybody knows that Carson Wentz was horrible. No, I would be like, okay, yeah, definitely, yes, definitely that will goes to show, like, okay, Ben's time is completely done. If he went 14 games just completely, horrible, first of all, I don't think you see, that's the difference between Mike Tomlin and Doug Peterson. Mike Tomlin would have dragged him by his broken wrist and took him all out of that game. After the second loss or something, 3rd loss in a row. But yeah, I feel like that if Ben did so horrible for 14 games straight and sucked so bad for 14 games straight, I would have said, I'm sorry, Papa Bear, your time is up. It's time to let one of these younger people continue on our legacy.
Nikki,
that's what I would have said.
Time is done.
His time is not done right now. He just went 11-0 and he just made the playoffs. Where are the Jaguars? Where were the Jaguars?
Ooh. Hey, I ain't gonna
talk
say
to me.
nothing.
You tell Nikki to talk to me when Ben got injured against the Jaguars and had to leave the second one of the quarters, but we still beat them. So Tori talked to me when they beat us recently. Last time they beat us was what, 2017?
Yeah,
You
I
know
mean,
how
Sorry,
this thing going.
Nikki,
I don't know what to
Nikki,
say. I don't know what to say because
Nikki, don't cuss me out. But no,
she
like
said, "Girl, it's time." Like, I'm reading it. Girl, it's time. So, all right. So, like I said, but June perspective, that's his team. You know what I'm saying? That's not to him. He doesn't feel. I think it's fair.
I feel like June is such a huge Eagles fan that if they say all Eagles fans, I need you to jump off of a bridge, he's going to agree with it. June is going to agree with everything that the Eagles do and that the Eagles say. He's going to agree.
Hold on. Hand raise. Okay. So
go ahead.
I don't think so. I think if that would have been the case, I would have been like, yeah. He won. He played really good the last 2 or 3 games of the season, and I think let's put him in. I'm looking at it as a team. I think you got to prove your worth to each position, not just quarterback. You got to prove your worth to the wide receiver position, to the tight end, defensive end, whatever position you play. Doesn't matter if you came in there and had a few good snaps. Coming in, that's why you have.
That's not what I'm saying.
No, what I'm saying is, I don't care if you had a hell of a game the last game of the season. You're gonna come in here. You're gonna prove yourself.
I can't read that.
I know. I'm gonna read it to you. Go ahead, June. You're done.
But yeah, but that's pretty much it right there. You know, all I'm saying is prove your worth to the position. And he's still gonna start no matter what. And I think it's a good thing what Sirianni's doing just to bring out that competitive edge. Maybe see some weaknesses that he has during that QB1 fighting for that QB1 position or whatnot. We all know I think Jalen Hurts is going to start, but I still think we're going to be able to see some strength and weaknesses based on the competition that they will have.
I think that's good. We'll see what's up. Oh, so here go Bree. I'm gonna say this, but you know what I mean. I wish Nikki was on, so y'all could do your own back and forth. She said, "You doing the same thing, sweetheart. Ben is your weakest link to me, but you're riding with him." And then before that, she said, "And your quarterback was Ben ... and we beat y'all twice."
No, they beat us once. In the last 4 years, they beat us once.
That's when they went to the championship game
against the Patriots.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know that rivalry. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I just find it interesting because it's like, yo, when you get hot, you come for people's necks, yo, and you don't back.
Okay, but
like,
no, I'm not backing
snake.
down. I'm not backing down, but no, y'all beat us once, and I was in 2017 December at that. Yeah, I'm still holding on to Ben because Ben is a great quarterback in my opinion. Minshew isn't doing anything for that team. 3, go to the playoffs again. Get a Super Bowl ring, and then we can compare our quarterbacks to Super Bowl rings, even though Ben's last one was in 2009, but still, he made a Super Bowl appearance.
We got a call. We got a call
on FaceTime. Listen, can you hear us?
Bree, hey, sweetheart.
Bree, can you hear her?
Yeah, can she hear me?
Hello.
Yeah, I don't know. Hold on. I'm gonna call you. See if I gotta call her back from my phone because if
call her on your phone.
Yeah, it's gonna be lower here. I'm gonna call her back from the phone. Let me call her back from here. It's gonna take me off live, but it'll be okay. Let's go.
Let's ready.
Bree, sweetheart. Hello.
Hey, Nikki.
Oh, yes. Hi. How are you?
You can see her. She's in here smiling, cheesing. You see dimples. That's all you see.
Bree's a firecracker today.
It's one of those.
Let me get you up to speed.
Okay.
That year, we played y'all twice, okay? And we had Blake Bortles. Blake Bortles to me he's a good backup. And we beat the Steelers both times during the regular season, in the postseason. That's why y'all didn't make it nowhere. So, I'm a ride for my team, and I know my team ain't there, and I think that's what when he rides for his team. So when we talk about quarterbacks, I hope you don't still think Ben is there. Ben is done. He needs to go home. He needs to follow his brothers. Look, Alex Smith just said it's time for him to throw his back. Then it's time for him. He's our weakest. Okay.
So why do you think he's our weakest?
All now.
Why do you think that he's our weakest player on the entire team? Why do you think he's our weakest?
And then look, please don't ever repeat that 11 and 0. Y'all played Buddha 6 and by the grace of God, God was on y'all, whatever number of player he would. When y'all had the ball, God just that good air came through. That's why y'all won. Because a lot of the games that y'all won were, woo, y'all were faster. While y'all was on the field, y'all was praying. Everybody became belligerent, and that's how y'all won them games. Because me, the way y'all ended is probably the way it would have if y'all didn't play something. Like my team, only someone. So if you want to claim that, y'all beat the Jaguars, okay, I'll let you have that. You did. Y'all beat us. But when it matters, y'all was sitting on the same top we were saying when it was time for the Super Bowl. So I'm okay with it. I got the bag.
Okay, Nikki. So I would say this: you're entitled to your wrong opinion, and I don't agree with you.
And that's what he said. But you were hot.
I don't agree with you. He is not our weakest player on the team.
Oh, come on, girl. Stop it. Big Ben, you get out. Go be big, okay? And
When your quarterback can get records, pass or get like records, then your quarterback wasn't even in like the top 12 quarterbacks of this past season. But my quarterback is the worst player on my team. Like, I don't understand.
what quarterback are you talking about?
Who was your starting quarterback? Minshew? Frat boy?
How long Mr. Big in the league? Are you comparing him to big he retirement? Okay, let's start with.
What did she say? It broke up a little bit.
You're breaking up, Nikki.
Okay, you're trying to compare Minshew to Big Ben. Is that where the comparison?
No, I'm just trying to say, because you're saying that my quarterback is the weakest player on my team, but I'm saying like your quarterback isn't better than my quarterback, so I don't know how my quarterback is the weakest player if your quarterback can't even compare to my quarterback.
So I said my quarterback. I said your quarterback.
I know. So okay, so Big Ben's rookie year, I understand Minshew. I understand. Okay.
Hold on. If you want to do what my weak is to my team, I won't say my quarterback. I don't think my quarterback is my weakest link to my team. But to your team, it's your weakest link is the quarterback. So if you want to say this link,
Okay, so who's our greatest teammate on my team?
about the greatest. I'm talking.
Yeah, I'm just trying to see who you think is like the best player on my team. If Ben is the worst player on my team, I'm not saying Ben is the best player on my team, but he's definitely not the worst player on my team.
He's the weakest.
Okay.
I don't think, but I think Mitchell was our weakest.
So, okay, hold on. I'm looking at something here. In 11/22/2020, Pittsburgh visited Jacksonville, and Jacksonville lost 27-3, right? Then Pittsburgh in 2018, Pittsburgh visited Jacksonville and they beat them 20-16. But then in 2018, January, I guess that's the playoffs.
That's the playoff game.
Yeah, they went into Pittsburgh and they beat them by 3 points. In 2017, Jaguars beat the Pittsburgh Steelers 30-9. But then in 14, which is when's the last time y'all won, Bree?
Where I went to Pittsburgh, I remember it was we played them one time over, and then one like it.
But here's the interesting thing. It says here, Jacksonville Jaguars lead series 14-3. So they've beat the Steelers more than they've lost, Bree.
I knew that, yeah. But
I know that, but I'm saying recently. I'm saying recently.
Oh, yeah, we have a baby quarterback. But that's the point I'm making with the Big Ben. Okay, the weak ass at the Jaguars has tended to show him how to play football. That's all I'm saying.
I will say this. This is the closing thing I'm gonna say because the challenge comes on soon. But this is the closing thing I'm gonna say. I feel like that if Big Ben played for the Jaguars, Nikki would not be saying the same thing.
If I say who?
If Big Ben played for the Jaguars, Nikki would not be saying the same thing.
I didn't hear the first part. Play what?
If Big Ben played for your team, you wouldn't be saying the same thing.
First of all, Big Ben can't.
My quarterback takes us to the playoffs every single year.
No, my love.
Every year.
Like, hold on, because look, I'm a realist. I will stand by my team, but I'm a realist. I'll be like, bro, it's time for you to go. And that's all I'm saying. I think he's the weakest link. It is time for him. That's all I'm just like, hold on. I thought it was time for Saints. What's the name on the Saints? I thought it was time for him to go. And he did not play Big Ben. Yeah, he did not play Big Ben. The same stats you want to hit, Reed then hit it, and I thought it was time for him to go. So it has nothing to do with what team they're playing for. I think as a player, it's time for them to hang it up.
My old ass quarterback, whose time is it to go, or still beating these young quarterbacks whose times it is to shine.
Well, we're gonna put a plug in that one. We're gonna agree to disagree.
Yes, Nikki, I still have love for you, but I will forever ride for Pittsburgh. And I will forever ride. I don't want to beef with you. I have love for you. It's just friendly football talk.
We know, Bree. We know how you feel about your peoples. What's the next one?
So we're gonna wrap it up.
Yeah.
Save the last topics for later. But we're gonna start off next week with: do we think Pittsburgh should drop a running back in the first round? We're gonna pick that up because I have a lot to say about that. But closing remarks, Frank.
Listen, another great week. I love it. I loved it. Nikki, thank you for coming in to be the resident Jaguars expert to talk and get the pot going. June and Bree, I love when you guys go back and forth. The banter is funny. I look forward to next week, Wednesday. So we're going to redo 16 to 32, which happens to be the Steelers in that selection anyways. We can talk more about them going running back instead of offensive line. Nikki, you got something you want to say before we go?
I love y'all.
Yo, I'm going to hit you up too after this done.
Nikki, don't hate me.
Now,
of course not.
So I'm good there. June, what you got?
Hey, it's a blessing to be here. Again, it's all love for Bree. And this is the exciting part of the show sometimes. Hey, rest in peace to Black Rob. Everybody stay blessed, stay happy, and stay safe. Hey, and shout out to my homegirl, Kay. If you're listening to this, shout out for the hat, sneakerhead.
Oh, I love her. My closing remarks would be: I hope everyone has a great, productive week. Don't forget, stay safe, wear your mask, and make sure you're drinking your water, eating your fruits and your vegetables, okay, minding your business. And June, you have your water?
Yeah, right here.
He was hydrating.
That's not water.
It's low calories, no sugar.
It's not water.
Like water's cousin.
No. But I hope everyone has a great, safe weekend. Shout out to Redman and Method Man on that great versus they did last night.
Very good.
That was amazing. And let's get ready for the challenge finale. Like I said, y'all better watch it, or I'm
about to go on the big TV now. Last time I had to watch
spoiling it in the group chat. We're gonna be texting about it. So
I'll be spoiling
it. Bye guys.
Bye.
All right.
Oh, wait a minute. Oh. That's why I need to get a split screen, yo.